Good evening, everybody. This is Mike Obay, Executive Consultant with Ambit Energy. I'm based out of Staten Island, New York. I do appreciate you all getting on here tonight. Before we get started with the presentation, I just want to tell you briefly about myself and my background, how I found out about Ambit. I'm closing in on 6 years now with Ambit Energy. And if you would have asked me 6 years ago if I kept my options open to new opportunities, I would have told you no. I'm going to tell you my story in a moment, and you're probably going to agree why I wasn't looking for something. 6 years ago, believe it or not, I worked about 100 to 110 hours a week. What did I do? I owned 3 Carvel ice cream franchises. I managed all of them myself. I had a mortgage company, credit company. I was a partner in a construction business, had a couple dozen rental properties, 40, 50 tenants at a time, and I had a 1-year-old child and a 2-year-old child that I never had a chance to see. So you're probably agreeing why I wasn't looking for something. But my best friend called me up now close to 6 years ago, and he told me that him and his wife were considering starting a business called Ambit. And before they started, they wanted just to get my opinion and my advice as the best friend, as a business owner, if they should consider Ambit. So I sat back almost 6 years ago, actually at my computer in my house at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I watched a presentation similar to this. And I watched it not looking for myself, but looking for my friend. And when I seen this presentation, not only did I advise my friend he should do it, I said, I'm doing this as well. Why? Because you're going to see something tonight that only happens once in a lifetime, and it's happening right here in our lifetimes. I knew nothing about the electricity or gas business. I knew ice cream, I knew mortgages, I knew real estate, but I seen an opportunity. And I necessarily, when I first started Ambit, I didn't do it for more money. I did Ambit to make easier money, to be able to allow me to spend more time with my children, which I didn't have. I used to work from 4:30 in the morning to midnight, pretty much 7 days a week. What I do was, when I first started Ambit, I worked about 3 to 5 hours a week in this business. It was 10 to 20 minute increments at a time, but I worked it around my schedule. I worked it driving to and from the office. I worked it in between appointments, and I followed a simple system, and my business just kept growing and growing and growing. I believe in Ambit Energy so much that after doing this a while part-time, I started getting rid of all my other businesses and my properties to be able to put more time into Ambit, and more importantly, to be able to have more time with my kids. And that's really what I wanted out of it, and I got it just from starting something and following a simple system. So I want to thank you all for being on here. Now let me show you what Ambit Energy can do for you. Why is Ambit the right choice? Well, we started in 2006. We're about a 7.5-year-old company. These are our 2 co-founders. Jerry on the right, he has a strong business background. His family actually started 7-Eleven. They started 7-Eleven from one store, and they grew it to over 50,000 locations worldwide. There's more 7-Elevens than there are any other retail outlet as far as McDonald's, Subway, Starbucks. So Jerry does know a little bit about business. His partner, Chris Chambliss. Chris was part of a company in the 80s and 90s called Excel Telecommunications. And Chris was the senior vice president of that company. He helped Excel grow to $1 billion company in less than 7 years. Now, if you look at the bottom of our screen, Chris also helped Ambit do $1 billion in revenue in under 7 years. To my knowledge, there's no other man on this planet that has taken 2 separate companies to $1 billion in revenue in just under 7 years. Awards and recognition. Ambit won way too many awards just really to list all of them, so we listed 4 of them here. The one I like is the top one. We were named the 14th largest direct seller in the world. Just in a few states and just a few years in business, and you'll see that. 2010, Ambit was recognized as the #1 fastest growing privately held company in North America. We won that award. We were only in 3 states. Meanwhile, our competitors were in all 50 states, but yet we were the fastest growing company in America. A wave is coming. Energy monopolies are being broken up, and this is called energy deregulation. And 6 years ago, I really had no clue what energy deregulation was. But somebody explained to me real simple. They says, Mike, do you remember back in the 80s, and there used to be only one telephone company in America? I remember that. It was AT&T Ma Bell. And Ma Bell used to have a monopoly on the United States. They were the only phone company in America. And because they were the only company, they had a monopoly, they were able to set their prices as high as they wanted, and either you had to pay that high price or you didn't have a telephone. So the government came along in the 80s and broke up that monopoly. That's how today we have companies like Sprint, MCI, Verizon, T-Mobile, and so on. So that was the telephone deregulation. Deregulation also happened with the airline industry, the railroad, and now energy deregulation is bigger than all of them. So for the first time ever, customers have a right to choose where to get their power from. And the timing of this is absolutely perfect. Let me show you why. See, when AT&T Ma Bell got deregulated in the 80s, it was one company nationwide, so it was easy to break up. If you look in the United States here, there's dark gray and there's light gray shaded states. The government has to go into each state one at a time to break up these big monopoly companies. So right now, currently, there are 28 dark gray states that are in different phases of deregulation. I read somewhere by 2020, most states around the country will be in some form of deregulation. Ambit is now currently in 13 states as of just recently. I want to tell you the order. We went from Texas to New York to Illinois, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, California, Delaware, Rhode Island, Virginia, and New Hampshire just recently, a few weeks ago. So we are currently in 13 states. And in all these 13 states, we have less than 3% of the customers. Yet, we're a $1 billion company. We have over 1.4 million customers. But yet, we only have less than 3%. What does that tell you? That there's 97% more customers out there in each of those 13 states. That excites me, but what really excites me is, look how much gray is on that map. There's 37 more states to go that we haven't even touched yet. There's Europe, there's Canada, there's Australia. So the timing of this could not get any better. How does this work? And you might recognize some of the companies at the bottom of the screen. If you're from New York, you might know Con Edison. If you're from Connecticut, CP&L, Maryland, BG&E, New Jersey, PSE&G. All these companies, these are the former monopolies. Those are the companies that you and I know. Now, these companies in the past all used to have a monopoly. What does that mean? They used to have their own generation plants where they would generate power, and they would take that power that they generate and they would deliver it through telephone poles and wires. They would deliver it to the end user, which is the house or the business customer. But through deregulation laws, that has all changed. The government has forced these companies out of the generation business, so they no longer generate power. They are still your delivery company. They're still your local utility. They still read your meter. They still send you the bill. But now you have a choice to go out there and choose a company like Ambit. And I'll show you why someone might choose Ambit in just a moment. The perfect product. Why this made sense to me when I was already working 100 hours a week, why it's electricity and gas. No matter where I go, no matter where I turn, every house, every business, every street light, everything is run by electricity. And it's the first bill people pay every month. People will pay an electric bill and a gas bill before they pay their rent and a mortgage. That's a proven fact because people need to have the lights on, the heat on, the air conditioner, the refrigerator plugged in. There's no cost to become a customer. Nothing changes for the customer. You still get billed by the same company, serviced by the same company. Nothing changes. Now, a lot of people tend to ask me, hey, Mike, if I do this, is my company going to be okay with this? So rather than me telling you the answer, I actually took something off of Con Edison's website. And now this goes the same for no matter what company, no matter what state you're in, no matter what company you have. Is Con Edison okay with me buying electricity and gas from other supply companies? Con Ed's primary business role is delivery. Now, ESCOs, which mean Energy Service Company, are in the business of supply. Even after you choose a supply company, Con Edison will still be there to read your meter, handle service calls, and provide you emergency assistance. You will still receive the same safe, reliable service that you come to expect. So they're telling you it's okay. Here's a sample bill. This is actually my bill. The bill still comes from the same exact company. Same name on the bill, same account number. It just says Ambit Energy is your supplier. So you are telling your company that you want to get your power, your supply from Ambit Energy. The whole sign-up process takes about 2 minutes. It's all automated online. The bottom of the screen for business owners. See, I own ice cream franchises, mortgage companies, real estate, all that stuff. The headaches that I had in those businesses and still do in some of my stores are inventories, deliveries, collections, employees. We do not have these headaches in Ambit Energy. You could work this business from the comfort of your own home and have none of these things to worry about. That's the beautiful thing about this type of business compared to other traditional type businesses that are out there. Impressive savings and benefits. You know, Ambit, we offer great savings, competitive rates. We really do the right thing by our customer, and proof of that, we have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. J.D. Power and Associates voted us #1 energy company in New York overall for customer satisfaction. So Ambit really does the right thing for our customers. You know, we go out there, work hard, gather customers. We want to make sure that Ambit does their best to keep them. So Ambit does a great job at that. No credit check, satisfaction guarantee. Now, every single customer gets a welcome gift for enrolling. So let's say you go to your next door neighbor, Mary. You show Mary how she could save a little money on her bill. What does Ambit do? You sign Mary up on your website. Takes 2-3 minutes. Mary then gets a thank you gift from Ambit. What does she get? Ambit gives every single customer a 3-day, 2-night hotel package. There's over 20 locations that the customer can choose from throughout the country, from Atlantic City, New Jersey, to Florida, to Rhode Island, to California, to San Antonio. Every single customer gets a 3- or 4-star hotel for 2 nights as a thank you from Ambit. Now, every single customer receives a free website. So Mary becomes a customer. No cost, no contract, impressive savings. She just got 2 nights in a hotel for free. What happens next? Ambit gives Mary a free website. Her name is on it, her phone number. She's welcome to put her picture. So let's say Mary's happy. She's saving money. She goes home that night, calls up Mom. Hey, Mom, guess what? I'm saving money on my electric and gas bill. And the company gave me a 2-night hotel package. Well, that's great, Mary. Can I do the same thing? Yes, you can. If Mary goes to her page and clicks the Sign Up Now button and signs up Mom as a customer, Mom is now going to start receiving better savings, and she's going to get a 3-day, 2-night vacation package as well. Now, watch how this works. If Mary goes out there and tells 4 more people for a total of 5 and signs them up on her website, Mary's now going to get a better travel package for referring those 5 people. It could be 5 days in Cancun, 4 days in Vegas, 4 days in Orlando, Florida, for referring people to the service. Now, you're going to see in our second part tonight that if you decided to start a part-time business and join us, you would get paid every month on Mary, who's your neighbor, but you also get paid on Mary's 5 referrals that you probably don't know. I want to take this one step further. Ambit Energy has a free energy program. Yes, we do have a free energy. I'll explain it in depth. Mary becomes a customer for free. No cost, no contracts, no cancellation charges, nothing. Mary becomes a customer. She's happy. She's saving money. She got a free trip. She shows 15 people how to do the same thing. Ambit is now going to give Mary a free energy credit on her bill. Not just 1 month, but every single month, she's going to get a free energy credit. Let me show you exactly how that works. See, every bill is made up of 2 parts. There's supply charges and there's delivery charges. So no matter who you have, no matter who you stay with, you're always going to pay 2 charges, supply and delivery. This is a bill from the PP&L area in Pennsylvania. I like this bill because they break it down very simple. So here's the bill. Total PP&L electric utility charges, $68. Total Ambit Energy charges, $0. So this person's whole bill was only $68. If you look down here at the bottom, it says your message center. Thank you for choosing Ambit Energy as your energy generation supplier. Want to learn how you could earn free energy? Log into your account by going to ambitenergy.com. So they put that right on the bill. Here's the back of the bill. As I said, there's 2 different charges. Generation charges for Ambit and delivery or distribution charges for your company. So his delivery charges was $68. His Ambit charges for supply was $0. But what were they really? If you look here, if you see, they were $89 and $54. But because this person referred 15 people, he got a customer referral credit of $143, and it totaled out to $0. So his bill would have been $68 and $143, which is $212 and some change. But because he referred those 15 people one time, you get that credit every single month, as long as you're a customer and you have 15 referrals at least that are paying that bill. So how does Ambit figure this out? They take the average of those 15 referrals, they add up all those other 15 referral supply charges, divide by 15. They will give you up to the amount of your bill. They will not give you more, but they will give you up to that total amount, and you can get that free. Think about it. $143 a month times 12 months is about $1,700 a year in free energy for doing something once. I went out there and referred my 15 people over 5 years ago. My friends, my family, my neighbors, and I'm getting the free energy credit every single month. Now, what I want to do is, I want to show you, by offering these great savings, great benefits, free travel, free energy to customers, how you could start a business from the comfort of your own home on a part-time basis. You heard my schedule. I was working over 100 hours a week from 4:30 in the morning to midnight. Never had a chance to see my kids, but I seen this opportunity and I said, this is amazing. I have to find a way to do it. I cannot let this pass me by. So I went out there and started my business. What I'm showing you here tonight, folks, this is not a job. You don't become an employee of Ambit. You become a business partner of ours. And to go out there and start your business is only a one-time investment of just $429 with no renewal. This money goes on a credit card, debit card, gift card. If there's business owners in the room here tonight, you're probably looking and saying that's it. Why? Because the average cost to start a business in America is $174,000. In this economy, people do not have $174,000 just to throw out there and take a chance at a business. Banks are not lending out money like they used to. They're not. I bought my first ice cream store at 23 years old. It cost me $400,000. Good thing I had some money and I was able to get a bank loan. But it took me 10 years on a bank loan to pay back that initial investment. I'm going to show you in a minute how quickly and easily you can make back your investment in days, weeks, maybe a month or two at the most. Your only out-of-pocket expense is $24.95 per month for your own business building websites. This gets set up for you instantaneously. The second you hit that submit button, your own website is set up right away, and it looks just like this. This is what I actually looked at 6 years ago at 2 o'clock in the morning. Your name is on it, your phone number is on it. It does an entire business presentation similar to what I'm doing in English and Spanish. You get a customer website, and you get something called Power Zone that tracks your entire business, every customer, every consultant, live, real-time, training material, everything, all for just $24.95 per month. Benefits of owning your own business. Flexible schedule is the best thing. 99% of people that do this business do it on a part-time basis. I can't tell you how many doctors and surgeons and cops and firemen and lawyers and accountants, stay-at-home mom, high school students, college students, you name it, they are doing this business. You keep doing exactly what you're doing, but you find a little bit of time to put in every single week into this business. You could work the business this week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Next week, choose to work it Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. You want to work this business for 2 weeks straight, go on a vacation for a week, you can. You can't do that if you go out there and buy traditional type business. In Ambit, you can do that. Incredible tax benefits. We get paid $10.99, so you get amazing tax benefits. Unlimited income potential. There is no cap on how much money you can make here. Where other jobs and businesses, there are caps on how much you can make. 2 questions. What's in it for me? And that's for each and every one of you to decide to yourself. It's whatever you want out of this. I talk to a lot of people, and I find out, what are you looking for in Ambit Energy? Some people say, I want to get my free gas, free electric. I want to make $500, $1,000 a month. Other people tell me I want to make $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month or more. It's out there. I'm going to show you the numbers in a minute. Can I do it? I'm doing this almost 6 years. I work with thousands and thousands and thousands of people. The longer I've been doing this, the more people I work with, the more convinced I am anybody can do it. I don't care what your age is. I don't care what your background is. I don't care if you're into sales or not into sales, because I was an extremely shy person doing this. So I truly believe anybody can go out there and do this if you believe in this company and this opportunity and you want to start a business. We only do 2 things in Ambit. We gather a handful of loyal customers, people we know, love, and trust. How big is my handful? It's not that impressive. I'm doing this almost 6 years. I'm about to get promoted to the top position in the company, and I only have 24 houses as customers. 24. Who are they? My house, my parents, my sisters, my neighbor, my tenant, my daughter's godfather, some other friends, some other family. That's it. I have 24 customers. I get free gas. I get free electricity. What do we do next? We help other people do the exact same thing. So I will never ask anybody to go out there and get 100 customers, not even 50. The magic number that you need in Ambit is only 20 family members, friends, people you know as customers. We get loyal customers as well. How do you get paid? Now, if you decide to join this business, you got to realize that the person who invited you on here tonight, if you join up today, tomorrow, they don't make a penny when you join. They don't make a penny. They get their first check when you get your first check. So obviously they're going to have a vested interest in helping you go out there and do it, and so will so many other people in this company. That's how it works, you're going to see. So how do you get your first paycheck? You want to go out there and gather 5 customers. Now, when I say customer, that is somebody's house or business, electric bill or gas bill, residential or commercial. Just by picking a name for your website, Ambit's going to give you your first 2 customer points for free. Now, if you live in one of our 13 states, your house can become your own first customer. You get a neighbor and you get a coworker. You help 3 people save money on a gas bill and electric bill, and you just made your first bonus of $100. Ambit gives you 4 weeks to do it. If you do it the same day like I did, you'll get paid right away. Now, if you go out there and gather 2 additional customers in that same 4-week period or less, Ambit will give another $50 bonus. Go out there, get 3 more customers in 8 weeks or sooner, another $100. Think about it. You go out there, you start a business for $455 on a credit card approximately. You get 8 customers. You made more than half your investment back immediately. If you go out there and get a total of 30 customers in 12 weeks, it could be a combination, electric, gas, residential, commercial, Ambit will pay you $450 in a bonus to help you recoup your investment. So think about it. You invest $400 and change. You get 30 customers. You made your investment back. You now have free electricity, free gas. You have tax benefits. But I'm going to show you more importantly how every month when all these houses and business customers, even your own house, pays their bill, you are going to get paid month after month after month. We want to help you get promoted as quick as possible. Why? Because every time you get a promotion, you're going to get a pay increase. How does it work? It's based on a building block of 5, 2, 6. So the first step is to go out there and gather 5 customers. We already did that, and you got a bonus check. Second step is you want to go out there and share this opportunity with people that you know. And we'll help you make a list. We'll help you go through all the invites and everything like that. So you have this presentation on a webinar like this, live, recorded. You have your own website with a video. We have DVDs. We have everything in place to help you go out there and do it. You don't have to go out there and give presentations. You want to use the tools that Ambit provides to do the presentation for you. So let's say you go to your buddy John. You show John a DVD. John says, this is great. I want to become a consultant. When John gets 5 customers, he makes a bonus of 100, but you make a bonus match of 100. Then tomorrow at lunch, you sit down with your friend Tom at lunch. You pull up a computer with a website. You show Tom a 20-minute video. Tom says, this is great. I want to start. Tom gets 5 customers. He gets a bonus of 100, and you make another bonus of 100. That's where the two comes into play. What happens now? We are going to help John and Tom do the same thing. They're going to start finding people that you don't know. So you know John and you know Tom, but you don't know these other 4 people. Once you have a team of 6 people, you are going to get a promotion. You can go out there and get all 6 people yourself. You have to get at least 2, and any combination of 6 will get you a promotion. Now you become a regional consultant. Regional consultant, you're doing the same exact thing, but now you're making a little bit more money. So your marketing code is going to continue to grow and grow and grow. As a regional, you go out there, you find Mary and you find Michelle. When Mary and Michelle join your regional group and they get 5 customer points, instead of you making only 100, you now got a 55% pay increase. You make 155 when Mary joins and gets her customers, and when Michelle joins and gets her 5 customers. But watch how cool this is. Mary is somebody that you know who lives in, let's say, New Jersey. Mary has a sister who lives in Pennsylvania, who has a coworker who's in Delaware, who has a friend from college who's in Maryland, and a brother who's in Chicago and Texas and California and Maryland and Connecticut and Massachusetts. You get the point? You're going to have people start joining your business in all different cities, all different states around the country, and you are getting $55 off of every person that joins your business in your regional group to unlimited levels. Now, I mentioned to you earlier, the most customers that you need in your business is just 20. So you go out there, you get your 20 customers. You're going to see in a few moments, you're going to get paid every month on your 20 customers. But when Mary gets 20, now you're getting paid on 40 customers. When Michelle gets 20, now you're getting paid on 60 and 80 and 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, 300, 400, 500. You can clearly see how your customer count is going to start adding up to hundreds, thousands, and tens of thousands, and yet you only have 20 yourself. Once you get a total of 18 people in this group, you now become what's called a senior consultant. So your marketing code is going to keep growing. Your senior code is going to keep growing. Now you're building your senior code. As you see, the money gets higher. Now you're making $235 for anybody you sponsor and up to $135 to unlimited levels. Now, how does a senior consultant get promoted to the next promotion? I love this compensation plan because it's always about helping the next person. So senior consultants have to help 5 people in their senior organization become senior consultants. So it could be John, it could be Tom, it could be Mary, it could be Jennifer, it could be Frank. You help 5 people become senior, and then you become what's called an executive consultant. Executive consultant, same thing. It's $315 in bonuses and $215 to unlimited levels. I'm an executive consultant, and I'm working hard to get to the top position, which is called national consultant. How do I get there? So how do you get to the level of executive first? I'm working now with 5 people in this executive organization to get them to executive consultant. So I'm almost there. So we want to help with all these people to get there. So as you get your first 5, you then get promoted to what's called national consultant. The bonuses increase again, 340 and 240 to unlimited levels. You can clearly see how as this starts building and building, all these people are gathering 20 customers apiece. And you'll see how your customer count is going to get paid even though you only have 20 yourself. What this is owning like multiple different franchises. Because as you promote, they're paying you more and more money. So even though you might be an executive, you're still getting paid on your marketing group, your regional group, your senior group, and your executive. Now, all this money you see here, these are called bonuses. This money is bonus money. This is good money. They pay you every week when people join your organization and get their customers. This is good money, but this is not why I joined Ambit Energy. See, in life, there's 2 ways that most Americans get paid. One way, which is the most common, is something called linear income. You go out there and you have a job. You work 40 hours a week. You work 40 hours, you're going to get paid for working those 40 hours. If you don't go to work, you don't get paid. Or if you have a business like I did with ice cream cones in my ice cream stores, I got to go out there and keep selling ice cream cones every single day of my life. And after having this winter that we had up here in the Northeast, I got crushed this winter. Why? I still had all the same overhead, but yet nobody came in the door. My mortgage company, for years, I had to go out there and keep finding the next customer to buy mortgages. So that's the way that we learn and go to school, either get a good job or start a business. There's another way that a very small percentage of people in America get paid, something called residual income. Residual income is something I never had before. I didn't learn it in school. My parents never taught me residual income. I really never heard of it. Who gets residual income? Singers, songwriters, rappers, rock stars. They go out there, they create a hit song. Every time that song plays on the radio, they get paid. Every time someone buys a CD or an album, they get paid. Who else? An author of a book. An author of a book goes out there, writes one book. If that book sells 1 million copies, they get paid on all 1 million copies. If it sells 2 million copies, they get paid on 2 million copies. I'm going to show you right now how you become a rock star and get paid residual every month on electricity and gas bills. This is the reason why I joined this business. And in Ambit, we get paid on 7 levels. So this is you. We get paid 7 levels below that. I'll explain in depth. MCs are called marketing consultants. That's what I am, and that's what you would become. Now, you want to go out there, and this is a perfect illustration. If you go out there and you find 3 people that you know, they would join on your first level. So we're going to call it John, Tom, and Mary. John, Tom, and Mary, they're your neighbors, your coworkers, your friends, whatever they are. These 3 people that you know join on your first level. What happens now? John finds 3 people in New Jersey. Tom finds 3 people in New York. Mary finds 3 people in Connecticut. You now have 9 people that you don't know as strangers on your second level building a business. You're creating leverage. Those 9 people you don't know, start finding people in all different cities and all different states, and you eventually have 27 people, 81. You eventually have over 3,000 people in your organization, and all you knew and have to thank was just John, Tom, and Mary. Now, I mentioned to you earlier, the most customers that you need in your entire business is just 20. So you go out there, you gather 20 customers. But let's say everybody else does half the work. They only get 10 customers apiece. You would have a total of 32,000 customers. You only have 20 yourself, but your team gets 10 apiece. John gets 10, Tom gets 10, Mary gets 10, there's 30, 90. You would have 32,000 customers. Now, every month, these 32,000 customers write out a check or pay online to their energy company. You are going to get paid $39,000 a month in residual rockstar income month after month after month after month. We get paid every month on the 15th. So when these customers have a bill from, say, January 1st to January 31st, February 15th, we get paid. March 15th, we get paid. April 15th, we get paid. And so on and so on and so on. Now, let's say these people go out there and even do less. These people, these consultants, go out there and only get 3 customers each. So I'm going to chop down these numbers. They only go out there and get 3 customers each. You now have 9,800 customers that would pay you $11,000 every month on the 15th in the form of a check in your mailbox or direct deposit. Whether you're sleeping late in bed or sitting on a beach or a cruise ship, that money comes in every single month. Now, if you look in this customer column, see how there's 9, 27, 81, 200, and then 6,000? See how the numbers get bigger and bigger and bigger? What is that? That is just exponential growth. So if there's 6,500 customers on level 7, how many do you expect to be on level 8 or level 10 or level 15 or level 20 or level 30? The numbers get bigger and bigger. Here's the power of Ambit Energy. Once you become a regional consultant, you are going to get an additional 25 cents per customer per month on every customer that comes in that regional group from levels 1 through 7 and then levels 8 to infinity. You might be thinking, well, what is this guy Mike talking about only a quarter? You know, you can't make much money on a quarter. Let me show you. If you have 9,800 customers and you got paid 1/4 on every customer, that's almost $2,500 a month or $30,000 a year in guaranteed residual every single month. If you were a senior consultant, up to 50 cents a customer, executive up to 75, national consultant up to $1 per customer per month to unlimited levels. Once your business gets going and gets established, this one slide here alone, in my opinion, is probably going to pay you more than every other slide. While you're going to have customers and consultants in all different cities, all different states, and they're paying their bill every month. You're getting $1, a quarter, 50 cents, 75 cents, depending on your rank and position every single month. Why Ambit Works? This is a service, not a product. I got excited about this because I didn't have to go out there and sell people. I was never a salesperson. I was a business owner. I was more good with numbers, not the sales part of it. If Ambit was a business, I had to go out there and sell people something, I never would have done it. Why? Because it wasn't me. It just wasn't who I am. But I did like this because I can go out there and go to people that I know and don't know on a bill they already pay anyway, electric bill and gas bill, and give it to them at a cheaper price with nothing changing. That's what excited me. It's a service, not a product. Power of part-time. 99% of people do this on a part-time basis. You create your own schedule. You put in as little or as much time as you want into this business. You keep doing exactly what you're doing, but you find a little time. I told you earlier, I used to work about 100 to 110 hours a week when I first started Ambit. And people always ask me, Mike, how did you do it? How did you do it? You know, working all these hours and not being a talkative, outgoing person. What did I do? Anytime I had a 5-10 minute break in between appointments or driving to and from the office or my store, I was inviting people. I was finding out if people were open to looking at a new business opportunity. And I got people to watch a 20-30 minute video. And that's all I did. I used the DVD. I used the website. We didn't have webinars like this back then, but I just used the tools that Ambit provided, and I got people to see it. And my business just kept growing and growing and growing. Lucrative compensation plan. I showed you the numbers. It's how much do you want to go out there and get. The numbers are there. You know, we're over $1 billion company in less than 7 years. The numbers are there. Perfect timing. Ambit is now currently in 13 states. We were the fastest growing company in America in only 3. We did $1 billion in revenue in just 9 states. We're now in 13 states. What does that mean? There's dozens more states to go we haven't even touched. So are you happy you're seeing this now in 2014? Or do you want to come back here in 2024 when we're in 35, 40 states? The timing of this is now. Proven system. Ambit, in my opinion, is like a franchise-like business. If you follow the simple system that we have in place, anybody can do it. I don't care what age you are. I don't care what your background is. I don't care how many hours you're working. If you believe in this opportunity, you are humble, you are coachable, you follow a simple system, anybody can go out there and do this business. At this point, you got to make a decision if Ambit Energy is for you or not. And, you know, I appreciate you getting on here. My job is not to come on here and try to pitch you and sell you. I come on here and I present the facts and figures on the company. I hope you see what you like. The person who invited you on thinks highly enough of you to show this to you. But I would recommend getting back with that person. Tell them that you want to get your business started. You know, let me and the rest of the team help you. We have everything in place to help you in this business. We become business partners with you. And there's so many other people in this company that have a vested interest in helping you do this. So we love to have you join the team, so get back with that person. If this does not make sense to you, if this is not for you, that's totally okay. We respect it. But I would tell you to get back to the person who invited you on. Just be honest with them. Just say, Ambit's not for me. But what I highly recommend is at least become a customer. It makes all the sense in the world to become a customer. There's no cost. There's no contract. Impressive savings, free travel, and you could still get free electricity and gas without becoming a consultant. So you do not need to become a consultant to get free energy. You can become a customer for free. I want to thank you all for taking the time to be on here tonight. Get back with that person, and I hope you do decide to get your Ambit business started like I did 6 years ago. Look forward to talking to you all and meeting you all soon. Have a great night, everybody.